Friends, people can lie and distort, but facts cannot be ignored. Objective figures and facts indisputably establish that there is one supreme irony from which the BJP and Mr. Modi are always running away. The irony is that the competition on good governance based on facts is only between UPA 1 and UPA 2. It is not between NDA and UPA 1 and not between NDA and UPA 2. And I will demonstrate this to you from facts. My senior colleague did so yesterday with a similar but a different set of facts. And that is why you have to ask yourself the question that rhetoric, polemics, slogans, supposed oratory skills, or as we are now told, the lack of oratory skills, cannot make up for facts and figures. It is a very interesting irony, as I said, that the competition, if at all, is between NDA and UPA 1, not between NDA and UPA 1, but only between UPA 1 and UPA 2. And I am going to demonstrate it. These facts I have given to you partly before. I have shared with your colleagues in Bangalore and Mumbai. I am sharing with you in a little more detail in continuation of the facts and figures given yesterday by my senior colleague. Let us take NDA 6 years. Let us take UPA 1 5 years. Let us take UPA 2 4 years. There is no trickery here. The years are known. I am taking 6, 5 and 4. And we have also got a similar chart on this, which the AICC has, which you can collect later on. Let us take 5, 10, 12 major indicators. For 6 years NDA, 5 years UPA 1, 4 years UPA 2. This is informed debate. This is real debate. It is not confusing you. It is not running away with facts. On growth of GDP % per year, 6.0, 8.4, 7.3. That is 6.0 NDA, 8.4 UPA 1, 7.3 UPA 2. This is average annual percentage GDP growth in this country. What does it show, friends? Our lowest average annual, and let me tell you, if you add the last year, which has been not so good, certainly we accept, it is even then close to 6.4. But we have official figures of Planning Commission only till 6, 5 and 4 years. It shows that our lowest, worst average rate of growth per year is higher than the NDA's highest, best. Competition number 2, agricultural growth. There are 3 major things in the economy: agricultural growth, manufacturing growth, services growth. Let us look at all 3. Same, NDA, UPA 1, UPA 2, 6, 5 and 4. Agricultural growth is 2.9, 3.1 and 3.6. This, by the way, is one area where UPA 2 has outdone UPA 1. Although I am frank enough to admit that on many parameters, UPA 2 has been slightly behind UPA 1 also, but always ahead of NDA. So agricultural growth is 2.9 NDA, 3.1 UPA 1 and 3.6 UPA 2. Industrial growth 5.5, 9.2 in UPA 1 and 6.0 in UPA 2. Services growth, NDA did well. They did 7.8. UPA 1 did 9.9 and UPA 2 did 8.9. Remember, 2 points. Competition only between UPA 1 and UPA 2, NDA nowhere in the picture. And lowest of UPA 9 years, average is better than the highest of NDA 6 years. Poverty reduction is very interesting. इस देश में सबसे महत्वपूर्ण मुद्दा है अगर है कि गरीबी रेखा से किसको कैसे कम किया गया, और हम सबके लिए बराबर है गरीबी रेखा। आप इस विवाद में न पड़ें कि कौन सी रेखा सही है, कौन सी रेखा गलत है। कोई एक मापदंड होना आवश्यक होता है। गरीबी को कम करने, करोड़ों को गरीबी रेखा से ऊपर लाने में एक दशक है 94 से लेके 0304, ये एक दशक हुआ, 10 साल, जिसमें एनडीए के 6 साल शामिल हैं। 0.74% ओनली, यानी 3/4 से कम, 1% का, 0.75 से कम। उसका अगला दशक 0405 से 11-12 दशक से थोड़ा सा कम है। 2.18%, 3 गुना ज़्यादा। यूपीए 1 प्लस यूपीए 2 को मिला लीजिए तो 3 गुना ज़्यादा पॉवर्टी रिडक्शन है कंपेयर टू एनडीए। 3 गुना का मतलब होता है मित्रों, करोड़ों लोग ज़्यादा गरीबी रेखा से ऊपर उठाए हमने, अगर तुलनात्मक रूप से देखें हम एनडीए के साथ। औसतन फिस्कल डेफिसिट 5.5 in NDA, UPA 1 did not do so well. This is the only area where UPA 1 did less than NDA, 3.9. But UPA 2 outdid UPA 1 and did equal to NDA, 5.5 again. So average fiscal deficit is 5.5, 3.9 and 5.5. Now two very good indicators which for the earlier years, Mr. Chidambaram told you yesterday. I am giving you a direct comparison of NDA, UPA 1 and UPA 2. दो महत्वपूर्ण मापदंड होते हैं, सेविंग्स रेट औसतन और इन्वेस्टमेंट रेट औसतन। सेविंग्स रेट 25.4%, प्रीटी गुड बाय द एनडीए, एवरेज एनुअल। यूपीए 1 33.9, एक्स्ट्रा ऑर्डिनरी, एंड यूपीए 2 32.2, मच बेटर देन एनडीए। इन्वेस्टमेंट रेट not bad by the NDA, 25.2, high figures. UPA 1 35.2%, 10% more than NDA, and UPA 2 outdid UPA 1 36.1%. ये कोई आम आंकड़े नहीं हैं, ये महत्वपूर्ण, अत्यंत महत्वपूर्ण, चौंकाने वाले आंकड़े हैं। कौन बात कर रहा है सुशासन की, कौन बात कर रहा है आर्थिक विकास की, कौन बात कर रहा है विकास की? अगर ये बातें करनी हैं तो रैलियों में बड़े बड़े शब्दों को यूज़ करके, दूसरों पे गालियां देकर, टॉन्ट करके, मजाक उड़ा के, इन आंकड़ों से आप दूर नहीं भाग सकते। और चाहे प्रेस के कुछ हिस्सों में ये बोरिंग लगे, पर्याप्त रूप से रिपोर्ट ना हो, आपके इंटरेस्ट को होल्ड ना करें, लेकिन मैं इन आंकड़ों के आधार पर बोलने से नहीं झिझकूंगा, क्योंकि वास्तविक धरातल ये है। Two very extraordinary figures I want to give you. Electricity. The most important part of infrastructure is electricity. One is how much electricity you generate. The other is how much capacity you add. Now, electricity generation is measured in billion, B for Bombay, billion kWh. NDA did in 2004-05 in 1 year when they left, in fact just after they left, the highest peak from the previous year, 587 billion kilowatts, 587. UPA 1 in 2008-2009 when they left, 724 billion, that is almost 33% more than NDA. UPA 2 last year, 12-13, last year, जिसके figures available हैं, 912 बिलियन किलोवाट्स, करीब करीब दुगुना इलेक्ट्रिसिटी जनरेशन, करीब करीब दुगुना, करीब 80% ज़्यादा। एडिशन टू जनरेशन कैपेसिटी, भविष्य के लिए कितना आपने बिजली दिया है, कैपेसिटी कितनी ऐड की है। एनडीए 3805 मेगावाट्स, यूपीए 1 5398, 33% ज़्यादा। और अगर आप यूपीए 2 का फिगर सुनेंगे तो चौंक जाएंगे, 5 गुना ज़्यादा, 15,717 मेगावाट। 3805 मेगावाट यूपी एनडीए एंड 15,717 मेगावाट यूपीए 2। I have coal production for you, I have cement production for you, I have food grade production for you. I don't want to give you the figures because you will say that I am inundating you with figures, they are available. In each, the UPA 1 has done better than NDA by 15-20%, UPA 2 has done better than NDA by 25-33%. And I am talking of coal production, cement production, food grain production. The question you have to ask yourselves, friends, is this a reality in the form of a house of cards? Is this a ivory tower being created for you? What is this absolute victory announcement before the race has begun? What is this constant taunt on learning governance from some mythical person who says that he knows all about governance and that the whole world knows nothing? We have walked the talk, we have bitten the bullet, we have put our money where our mouth is. We are talking of demonstrated, achieved 9 years. The first time any government after Prime Minister Nehru has shown 10 years. Figures are for 9 years. So if you can show an average over 10 years, 2 terms, what and who has the right in this country to talk of good governance? And who will get the prize for fooling the people or trying to fool the people with slogans, shibboleths and big words every time? Mind you, friends, this is totally apart from the figures given yesterday by my colleague at this very podium. That chart you have, that chart also I have. And that chart tells you that 0708, which was the chart given to you yesterday with yellow marking, if you remember, has extraordinary figures of achievement. I am not repeating it. Fiscal deficit, revenue deficit, total plan expenditure, foreign exchange reserves. Very interesting. Which is now over 300, it touched 310 or 309.7 in that year. Net FDI, net FII, exports, I am not repeating because yesterday you have the chart in writing. Compare 07 and 08 with 13-14. Let's take a bad comparison because last 1.5 years are admittedly not so good. Even then we have the figures of yesterday. Far, far, far better than 2002-2003, which you also have. Far better than 03-04, which you also have only yesterday. And far better than 98-99, which you also have. Now these are 10 other parameters. Some are overlapping with my figures, but 80% are different parameters. So what in a nutshell is happening? In a nutshell, somebody is trying to fool this country. And if this country has achieved this growth, this is where it hits you, this is where it hurts you, this is where it benefits you, this is where it comes back to you in real daily life, then I think everybody knows whom we should have as the next government. Thank you.
अभिषेक जी, मोदी का कहना है कि उनकी रैलियों को सफलता मिल रही है, उससे परेशान सरकार उसे रोकने की कोशिश में है और इसी के तहत आज एयरपोर्ट अथॉरिटी ने 1.5 घंटे लेट कराया और बरेली रैली में पहुंचने में देरी हुई। उनकी जो रैलियों को सफलता मिल रही है उससे सरकार परेशान है, पार्टी परेशान है।
देखिए, हमने उनको पूरी छूट दे दी है, हमने पूरी छूट दे दी है हर प्रकार से कि देश के किसी भी भाग में, किसी भी जगह जितना भी मिथ्या प्रचार करना चाहते हैं, जब भी करना चाहते हैं, जितनी बार भी करना चाहते हैं, करें। न कोई प्रतिबंध है, सिर्फ उनकी क्रेडिबिलिटी का प्रतिबंध है और जो जनता सुनती है और जानती है कि ये मिथ्या प्रचार है। अगर उनके साथियों द्वारा प्रोवाइडेड बड़े बड़े जहाज टाइम पे लैंड नहीं करते हैं तो कृपया हमें दोषी न ठहराएं।
अभिषेक जी, उद्धव ठाकरे ने एनडीटीवी से बातचीत में खुलासा किया है कि शरद पवार जो थे वो चुपके से एनडीए में खिसकने की कोशिश में थे और उद्धव ठाकरे ने उनका रास्ता रोका। आपका एक इलाज जो है,
मैं नहीं समझता कि आप सीरियसली मुझे अपेक्षा करते हैं कि ऐसी चीज़ में टिप्पणी करूंगा। ए और बी की वार्तालाप में मेरे से टिप्पणी क्यों पूछ रहे हैं? आप उद्धव ठाकरे जी से पूछिए। मैं नहीं समझता कि इस प्रकार की टिप्पणी में कोई भी व्यक्ति को किसी प्रकार की टिप्पणी करने की आवश्यकता है।
शरद पवार जी कई बार मिलने के बाद आपको इनकार कर चुके, बाद उन्होंने माना कि मोदी।
निश्चित रूप से ये मिथ्या प्रचार है। निश्चित रूप से चुनाव के वक्त लोग इस प्रकार की चीज़ कहते हैं। क्या आप समझते हैं कि इस पोडियम से इन चीज़ों को डिग्निफाई करना चाहिए या उनको आदर सत्कार देना चाहिए? I am rubbishing this kind of a comment by Mr. Thackeray, not by Mr. Sharad Pawar. I am saying that these kind of comments you have to either go and ask Mr. Uddhav Thackeray, or you have to rubbish them and ignore them, because these kind of things can be said by anybody about anybody.
So the BJP has not seated a strong candidate in Raebareli. Will you be returning the favor for Mr. Narendra Modi in Varanasi? And is there a secret understanding for leaders at the highest level?
I compliment and salute your imagination, but let me tell you, the BJP has searched hard and long for what they think would be putting up a strong candidate. It's a different matter that no candidate in this country can be strong enough to achieve what they think, and therefore you are finding this result. I think when the actual figures of the voting come, you will find even a more shameful situation as far as the BJP is concerned. And please rest assured that on Varanasi we will revert to you very shortly, because the whole time is being consumed in finding the most appropriate, and appropriate means appropriate in every which way. And you can rest assured that there is no question of any of the imaginations which you are harboring.
Sir, the Congress president at the time of the manifesto release had said that there will be a sub-manifesto very soon. Can I be expecting that?
Well, as far as your question is concerned, I can say that having given you the main manifesto in the lawns here, you should expect that also very soon. It will only be a further detailing, but you have our complete program, our complete policy, our complete detailing. But apart from asking for your patience for a few days on the subsets of it, since you have asked the question, I must and I cannot hesitate to add that the BJP follows the Congress in the very few good things which the BJP does. The few good things they do, they only follow the Congress. And imitation is the best form of flattery. And we are waiting how much belatedly they will follow with their manifesto. You are asking me a question about my sub-manifesto. I have answered that. I am also asking you a question, or through you answering your question, that I hope that we have the BJP's manifesto a day or two before the actual polling. And I also hope that the votes they are seeking for the last 1 month, which are obviously votes being sought without a manifesto, without a program or a policy, will not be disowned or jettisoned by them on the ground that the manifesto came only now. I have yet to see a seeking of votes and last dates for filing candidates expiring in many areas and still no manifesto. That is because they may want to find it hard to try and give replies to our manifesto, and they may be only trying for that, or because they have no manifesto to propose.
सर एक सवाल है, समाजवादी पार्टी के प्रत्याशी ने फोकस मतदान के लिए अपील करा और उनका नाम नरेंद्र भाटी है, वो पहले भी सुर्खियों में रहे। कांग्रेस की क्या प्रतिक्रिया है?
मेरी इसमें क्या प्रतिक्रिया होगी, मैं तो यहाँ तक कहूँगा कि अगर कांग्रेसी भी ऐसा कहते कि बोगस वोटिंग करो तो हम उसका पूरा खंडन करते पुरजोर रूप से। अगर इस देश में कोई भी गणतांत्रिक सिस्टम में भाग ले रहा है और इसमें विश्वास करता है और ऐसी टिप्पणी करता है, तो मैंने सुनी नहीं है, मैं जानता नहीं उसके बारे में, लेकिन अगर आप जो कह रहे हैं सही है तो निश्चित रूप से इसका व्यापक रूप से कड़े शब्दों में गंभीर रूप से खंडन करना चाहिए। I'll come.
You might have seen the National Sample Survey Organization's latest figures. It throws up really bleak figures on the unemployment front, indicating that unemployment has been actually on the rise over the last 10 years of UPA, and especially unemployment has been alarmingly rise and high for youths who are graduates and who have diplomas.
This is a very detailed question and we cannot answer it very briefly, but let me give you a very brief thing, because it's a press conference and I can't explain to you. 1 minute. Let me answer the question first. 2 or 3 facts. The report you are talking about in a leading newspaper on page 1 today is for 1 or 2 years only and regarding a particular subcategory, diploma holders or degree holders. So it's a limited report. And let me tell you, for employment, the work is never complete. We have to move. It's a process, work in progress every day. And certainly we are the first to accept that much more should be and can be done. But let me tell you 2 or 3 things. No government has done as much for employment or the converse unemployment to reduce it as the Congress UPA-led government. In unorganized sector, where employment levels were very high, 88%, 10% reduction is there, namely that less from 88, only 78% are now employed in the unorganized sector. That means in economics that when employment in unorganized sector goes down, the organized sector employment has risen. Number two, the rate of unemployment has come down significantly in the UPA 1 plus UPA time. I'll give you the exact figures in a minute. Number three is very important. It's the quality of employment which you have to remember, and I'll end on that. And this really calls for a larger debate, but you should know this. Because of the policies of the UPA, RTE education, a large number of children who were counted as the employed are now off the employment rolls and are back to school. Gross enrollment ratio has become 116%, more than 100%. The result is that what you think of as unemployment is two things. One, children going back to school where they belong. Second, a large number of persons, males, who had left villages, coming back because of Manrega. And let me tell you, 5 crore families of Manrega are not counted as regular employment because they are 3 months, but there are 5 crore there. So both the quality and the quantity and the nature and profile of employment has actually improved considerably with the NDA. But of course, with the UPA, but I am prepared to accept immediately that it's a road which we have to travel more on.
But Mr. Singhvi,
एक मिनट आ रहा हूँ
सुप्रीम कोर्ट ने आज एक रिव्यू पिटीशन था राजीव गांधी के
आ रहा
जो उम्र कैद में सजा बदली गई थी, फांसी की सजा, उस रिव्यू पिटीशन को खारिज कर दिया है। आपकी क्या प्रतिक्रिया ऐसे में, जब आपके उपाध्यक्ष ने कहा था कि इस देश में एक पूर्व प्रधानमंत्री को भी नहीं?
ये हमने पहले वक्तव्य दे दिया है, ये तो एक कानूनी प्रक्रिया है, इसमें हमारी कोई राजनीतिक पार्टी की हैसियत से कोई प्रतिक्रिया नहीं है, हमारा स्टैंड वही है। ये तो एक कानूनी प्रक्रिया है, जो ऑर्डर ऑलरेडी पास हो गया उच्चतम न्यायालय का, उसका रिव्यू हुआ है। आप जानते हैं रिव्यू में सुनवाई नहीं होती है, रिव्यू एक चेंबर में काम होता है और स्टैटिस्टिक्स के आधार पर 99.99% रिव्यू पिटिशंस खारिज की जाती हैं। तो ये तो एक कानूनी प्रक्रिया, इस पर कोई टिप्पणी करने की आवश्यकता नहीं है। No, that's a totally different question. Please, the review petition and the original petition is about the commutation issue. You are talking of Tamil Nadu government where the issue is not commutation, it is release on supposed parole or whatever else you call. We have made, the government of India has made, and the Congress endorses the government of India stand, that commutation from death to life is one thing and release is a totally different thing. Commutation is something else, that's a different debate. You may have two views on it and we have a view on it. But release on parole for people who are involved in terrorism with central acts, apart from state acts applying, is certainly not possible without involving the central government, and this submission has been made in the Supreme Court.
Have you not failed to live to the aspirations of qualified and educated youth in providing them jobs to the level of qualification and degrees you have to have? For example, the today's report in which people, for a job of constable, there are management graduates, there are BTechs, there are partners. So how do you justify?
I have read the report. I have already answered this question fully in respect to the previous question asked by your colleague. I have nothing to add to that except to repeat. This is never a done deed. It is always a work in progress. But on the basis of statistics given to you, both in quantity and in profile and quality of employment, no government has done more than the 9 years of UPA rule, both for rural employment, both for retention rate of children and women, both for the return of males to rural households, and also in reducing the rate of unemployment. बोलिए बोलिए, जल्दी जल्दी। ये कौन सा वाला स्टेटमेंट वक्तव्य? आप किस अमेरिकन प्रेसिडेंट या किस अमेरिकन एम्बेसडर के बारे में बात कर रहे हैं जो ऐसी शिफ्ट विदेश नीति में बता रहे हैं? ऐसा कुछ भी नहीं है। ऐसा हमको अमेरिकन फॉरेन पॉलिसी like Indian foreign policy or the foreign policy of any developed or developing or strong nation doesn't change like the weather vane every day or every half an hour.
Narendra Modi in an interview has said that the train carnage that happened in 2002 was to malign his image and that of the image of RSS. Has it not happened that his image and RSS image would have entirely been different in this country? Your thoughts on that?
I think this is something too well known in the ethos of this country. Mr. Modi is judged not only by an event which happened, which is despicable, and both the events are despicable, if I may say so, but what he did or did not do in the aftermath of the incident. And all of you know too well for me to repeat from this podium that there was nothing resembling the Godhra riots for 3 full days after that carnage. There was nothing after the report of the collector to do a cremation in the hometowns and the home villages. You also know the dates when the bodies were kept on public display in Ahmedabad and a certain situation was allowed to develop. Mr. Modi for the last 12 years has never forget explaining that hiatus of 3 days, forget explaining what happened in 3 or 4 other areas after that, has never even fielded questions on this subject. Occasionally he has, when he has run away from the interview. Or, as day before yesterday we saw, he has done the softest of pre-censored interviews. Let him answer to the nation, let him make a statement reflecting the skeleton of an apology, forget apology, and then let him ask this question which you are asking.
That Indian politics would now on be dominated by one major political party, that is the Congress party, and other political parties, national and regional parties, will be vying for the second position. With the general elections approaching, another elections approaching, you will hold on to that.
Well, certainly statements are made in the context, and we certainly hold on to a successful UPA 3, Congress-led UPA 3 scenario. We certainly believe that the only entity which can hold the diverse elements of this country in a harmonious developing mold is this, but the actual contours and composition of that will have to be decided after the elections. और मैं ये हिंदी में स्पष्ट कर दूं कि 2002 की जो वारदात है वो पूरा विश्व इतने अच्छे रूप से जानता है कि उसमें श्री मोदी की टिप्पणी पे टिप्पणी करने की कोई आवश्यकता नहीं है। अगर श्री मोदी में इतनी हिम्मत होती कि वे देश के सामने जवाबदेही देते, एक प्राइवेट इंटरव्यू में इसके बारे में बोलते कि उस घिनौनी वारदात के 3 दिन बाद तक कोई भी रायट्स गोधरा में नहीं हुए थे, और क्यों कलेक्टर के सुझाव को नकारा गया कि जो शव थे उनको क्रिमेट किया जाए गांवों में, क्यों वो शवों को लाया गया अहमदाबाद में, और किस प्रकार से अगले कई दिनों तक एक सिचुएशन को बढ़ने दिया गया। मैं समझता हूँ इसके बारे में उनके पास कोई जवाब नहीं है, और जब जवाब दिया उन्होंने एक बार एक इंटरव्यू में तो उस इंटरव्यू को छोड़ के भाग गए, और या वो जवाब देते हैं एक नोरा कुश्ती वाले इंटरव्यू जो कि परसों उन्होंने दिखाया है।
नरेंद्र मोदी को छोड़िए, नरेंद्र भाटी का स्टेटमेंट आपने न सुना, ना आप उनको जानते हैं, फिर भी आपने बोगस वोटिंग वाला जो उनका कमेंट था उसमें उनको कंडेम किया। शरद पवार को आप जानते भी हैं, उनका स्टेटमेंट सुन भी लिया होगा, पढ़ भी लिया होगा, क्या उनको भी कंडेम करेंगे आप? हमने
उसी दिन ऐसे किसी प्रचार का खंडन किया था, लेकिन हमारे खंडन के कुछ ही घंटों बाद स्वयं श्री पवार ने पूर्ण रूप से खंडन ही नहीं किया उसका, बट एक माफ़ी मांगी चुनाव आयोग से। क्या नरेंद्र भाटी ने किया है? ये जब ये हो जाए तब मेरे से पूछिएगा।
personality oriented. How unfortunate is it for a democracy? How do you see it?
I haven't heard the jingle.
Well, I am not on the jingle. Each person is entitled to have his own jingle. But all that I am concerned about is that jingle or no jingle, there is only one dictatorial, autocratic, self-serving imagery, and a lot of BJP people, not Congress, believe that the beginning of the end of the BJP is matching with the supposed existence of only one person in the BJP. Whether you call it jingle or not, it's up to you, but that's supposed to be the fact of the situation. And obviously, it doesn't require rocket science that this is extremely bad for democracy. हो गया बहुत हो गया भाई बहुत हो गया BJP is not confused. BJP is deliberately hypocritical. It is deliberately trained in speaking in multiple voices and doing double speak to fool the nation. And let me give you a very quick small example. When the BJP came on its only time in power in any reasonable sense from 98 or 99 onwards, it first thing it did was to officially put the so-called Ram Mandir and other issues on the back burner. They remember these issues every year at election time, every 5 years at election time. They remember it when they have to go and get votes, and they forget it when they are supposed to be doing something about it. And this applies to Articles 370 or Uniform Civil Code. When we speak of something, we mean what we say and we say what we mean. The BJP is mired in doublespeak and hypocrisy.
One more question, last.
ये पहले भी हुआ है और मैं समझता हूँ कि ये उनका निर्णय होता है अल्टीमेटली। राजनीति में प्रादेशिक या राष्ट्रीय स्तर पे कोई किसी पार्टी की धौंस के आधार पे ये नहीं करता है, कोई किसी पार्टी के अनुरोध के आधार पे भी नहीं करता है। हर तरफ से लोग सोच समझ के ये करते हैं और मैं समझता हूँ कि अगर उन्होंने निर्णय लिया है तो सोच समझ के अपनी रणनीति को सोच के लिया होगा।
लास्ट क्वेश्चन या सहारा,
आवाज़ नहीं आ रही है। अरे अच्छा, देखिए ये मुद्दा व्यापक है और ये संक्षेप में उत्तर देना संभव नहीं है, लेकिन मैं प्रयत्न करता हूँ। मैं ये बड़ा स्पष्ट कह रहा हूँ आपको कि पहली बात तो बेरोज़गारी या रोज़गार देने की प्रक्रिया और बेरोज़गारी के विरुद्ध जो एक लड़ाई है वो कभी ख़त्म नहीं होती किसी भी सरकार के लिए, और यूपीए को भी इस लड़ाई में हमेशा सक्रिय रहना है। और मैं ये बिल्कुल नहीं कह रहा हूँ कि ये अंत हो गया किसी का या कोई उपलब्धि ख़त्म हो गई है, लेकिन दो बातें महत्वपूर्ण हैं। पहली बात कि किसी सरकार ने जो गणना है, संख्या है रोज़गार देने की, और साथ साथ उसकी जो क्वालिटी है, प्रोफाइल है, जितना काम यूपीए ने किया है 1 और 2 ने, उतना किसी सरकार ने नहीं किया है। ये आप इससे पाते हैं कि जो युवा हैं जिनको आप रोज़गार में काउंट करते थे, वो अपना गैर कानूनी रोज़गार छोड़कर आज भारत की स्वतंत्रता के बाद सबसे ज़्यादा मात्रा में प्राथमिक शिक्षा में या सेकेंडरी शिक्षा में फिर जुड़ गए हैं। ग्रोस एनरोलमेंट रेशो जो इसका मापदंड है वो 100% से ज़्यादा हो गया है, 116%। दूसरा, जो महिलाएं और जो कई ग्रामीण स्तर पे पुरुष थे वो सब वापस आए हैं। 5 करोड़ परिवारों में मनरेगा के अंतर्गत रोज़गार है जो आम रोज़गार में गणना नहीं होती जिसकी। और तीसरी बात, बेरोज़गार की जो रेट है, अनएम्प्लॉयमेंट रेट, वो एनडीए और यूपीए के बीच में यूपीए ने कहीं ज़्यादा कम की है। उसके आंकड़े हमारी चार्ट में आपको दिए दी जाएंगे।
थैंक यू।
थैंक यू।